Hello, everyone. Hey. Okay. I'm Sandhya from Yum Brands. I lead the customer data platform. And today, I'm here to walk you through our journey of how we went from data to personalization to make our customer experiences smarter, faster, and more personal. Before I jump in, I just wanted to check, is everyone familiar with Yum Brands? Yes? Can I get a shout out for your favorite Yum brand? KFC. There you go. Pizza Hut seems to be the winner in this room. All right. Let's start with the why behind the whole personalization journey. Yum operates at a massive scale with over 61,000 stores spread across 160 countries and territories. We have millions of customers interacting every day across email, kiosk, ordering, in all different channels. And let's be honest, the modern guest does not compare you to their competitors or your competitors. They expect their digital experience to be seamless, like what they would get at Amazon or Netflix, whether they're buying pizzas, tacos, or chicken. They want you to know more. That raises the bar high, right? How do we get this right? The customer wants you to know more about them. They want you to remember their preferences. They want you to suggest what they will like next. So that brings us to the question, how do we create that kind of personalization across 4 brands and millions of customers? And that became the foundation of everything we built with the CDP. Our solution combines a strong CDP foundation with AI-powered decisioning. At this point, selecting a CDP is no longer about just finding a software. We needed to find a platform that would scale with us and integrate with our multi-brand structure, and also be a part of our AI-driven marketing journey. It wasn't just a tech initiative, it was a business initiative. So with the help of Treasure Data, we combined our first, second, and third-party data from 4 iconic brands into one trusted platform. It took us 2 years to get there. So we started the journey in 2022, and the 2 years was simply aligning the brands and bringing them on board the Treasure Data CDP. I don't say this to scare you or to tell you that, oh, no, this is not something you want to do, but it is the reality. CDPs are hard, and it takes a lot of business focus and alignment to get it right and to be successful. On the point of success, I want to point out 2 big things that are, I would say, foundational to our success. The first one is governance and privacy. We invested early in making sure that consent, governance, transparency, privacy are laid or inbuilt at the profile level. It cannot be bolted on later on. The second thing was CDP ownership. So we have a central team that is accountable for success of the CDP. And this is everything from data pipelines to enablement to adoption. So without an owner, it is hard to get there. Finally, with this foundational layer, we are able to add AI and train it with real behavioral data from our customers. Now let's close that loop with CDP or Treasure Data as that trusted feature layer. We don't just add customer data in there. We also have additional features that we built. So there's machine learning scores that we compute. There's recency, frequency, churn, all of that is pumped into the CDP. Now this data feeds our AI decisioning layer, which is the Braze AI Decisioning Studio. This AI tool gets trained on top of all of the rich customer data that we pump into it and comes up with recommendations and offers. Now, this is more than just the next best offer. We tried to make it more comprehensive, more of a decisioning layer that comes up with the best offer, but also the best channel based on the customer's channel preferences, and it also layers in the best time of day to deliver that to the customer. Once these recommendations are created, we pump them into our CRM partner, which in this case is Braze. So Braze takes care of the creative, the actual delivery orchestration, and the timing. At the end of this, our customers get relevant messaging from us. Now comes the most important part, that is closing the loop. All of the customer engagement, interactions, and transactions are fed back to the CDP and then goes back to the AI model. The AI model retrains on fresh customer behavioral data, and then from there, we go on to come up with more real-time recommendations. This specific sequence is very intentional. This keeps the CDP as your source of truth of data along the way. And AI is always learning from a unified, governed source of data. We treat our CDP as a product and not as a project. So this is a governed layer that can be used by marketing, operations, and data science. It has SLAs on data freshness and improves over time. So we have now ended up with a cycle that eventually leads in campaigns that train future campaigns. So we get a little better with every single campaign. And we also have 3 different systems here with their own defined functions. So the CDP continues to remain the source of truth, and the AI engine is making recommendations, while Braze, which is our CRM platform, does what it does best, which is taking care of delivery across all the different channels. The biggest benefits of this architecture are trust and control. Move to the next one. Yes. And with this foundation, we've embarked on our journey across data through personalization. So anybody that's beginning their journey with personalization, this is kind of the framework that guided our implementation. And while I'm not going to dive deep into every single step, I would highly recommend that we always start with one high-value use case, keep the model simple, and prioritize repeatable, dependable activation over time, and iterate. Now, if you remember only 2 things from today, I would say first, bring about a balance between governance and agility. You need both to scale responsibly. Secondly, empower your people. Your CDP and AI can only be powerful and effective if it's truly adopted and used by the people in your organization. Ultimately, it's not just about technology for its own sake, or personalization because you want to personalize. It's about making sure that every guest is feeling known, seen, and valued. So this happens when your tech, marketing, and data teams come together with a common goal that the customer experience is the biggest priority. Every late night pizza purchase or taco craving is an opportunity for us to build that relationship. And I'm very grateful to Treasure Data for being a part of this journey with Yum. Thank you all for your time and for listening. I would love to connect with you. I have a QR code there, so that is my LinkedIn profile. So I look forward to connecting and hearing more about your CDP journeys and personalization journeys.